Hello, Hope Church. I'm Keith Becker, Associate Pastor here, and I want to bring today's devotion to you. It's found in the book of Matthew, chapter 4, verses 1 through 11. But before I get into it, the whole theme is about wilderness. And as a guy that loves nature, I was excited to study about wilderness. Because when I think of wilderness, I think of going out and adventuring. And in fact, one of my greatest stories was winter camping. We went out, we dug this big snow cave, basically. We hollowed it out, and we got to sleep inside. And it was like 32 degrees inside while it was like negative outside. So I had this positive imagery of camping and wilderness. But oftentimes wilderness creates sensations in you. That particular night, or I should say the night before, it was so cold and our little ice cave collapsed. I slept in negative temperatures in a tent, and I was freezing and chittering and chattering in my teeth. And anything I could do to get warm, and I wanted to do something. I would have done anything. I was at a wit's end. And when I read the story we're about to read today, and we read about Jesus' experience in the wilderness, I think you'll better be able to relate when you can think back to those tough, extreme times, maybe that God has called you into a wilderness experience. Check out the word. It's found in Matthew 4, 1 through 11. Then Jesus was led by the Spirit into the desert to be tempted by the devil. After fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, he was hungry. The tempter, the devil, came to him and said, "If you're the Son of God, tell these stones to become bread." Jesus answered, "It is written, man does not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God." Then the devil took Jesus to the holy city and had him stand on the highest point of the temple. "If you are the Son of God," the devil said, "throw yourself down, for it is written, he will command his angels concerning you, and they will lift up their hands so that you will not strike your foot against a stone." And Jesus answered him, "It is also written, do not put the Lord to your test." Again, the devil took him to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of this world and their splendor. "All this I will give you," said the devil, "if you will only bow down and worship me." And Jesus said to him, "Away from me, Satan, for it is written, worship the Lord your God and serve him daily." Then the devil left him, and the angels came and attended to Jesus. And I share this with three powerful principles that all of us at some point are going to be called into a wilderness experience. In fact, it even says, that's my first point, verse 1, then Jesus was led by the Spirit into the desert or into the wilderness. It's the fact that Jesus was led by the Spirit. I don't know about you if you've looked at those times in your life when you're not feeling God and you're feeling far from Him. Sometimes maybe it could be your own choices that have led you far from God. But sometimes it's because God has called you into a season where He wants to do something different in you. This time of Lent that we've prepared for Easter is a time that maybe some of us feel like we need to reflect and think a little bit about being what God's doing to call us to a closer relationship with Him. What does that look like? Away from distractions, and possibly where we have to choose to use our muscle to focus on God and work to focus on Him. But sometimes the Spirit will call you away. That's the first point when you go through a wilderness. The second point that I want to point to you out is every time the devil tempted Jesus, he responded with, "It is written." Jesus knew his Bible. Jesus knew that the Word of God was the victory over that temptation. And so if you're in a wilderness experience where you don't feel God close and you feel like the ways of the world or something of the devil is tempting you, know that it's time to go back to the Word. That the Word will give you the power to be able to say, "No, devil, that is not correct. Flee from me." And the devil fled because Jesus quoted the Word. And I want to encourage us as followers of Jesus that we have the power of the Word when we're in those wilderness times. The third thing that I found in this passage is the very last sentence where it says, "Then the devil left him and the angels came and attended to Jesus." And I just want to encourage you that the angels are cheering you on in your time of wilderness where you maybe don't feel Him or feel like you experience much of Him. There's an angelic host cheering you on, and they are ready to attend to you. And that's us. Our job as the church is to join the angels. So encourage one another as long as it's today. Take the time to affirm each other, build each other up. That's what Jesus had done to Him, and that's our calling too. May this devotion bless you today.